Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Home Assistant on your Raspberry Pi. Okay, so the first tool which you need to install is called Balena Etcher, and for that you need to go to this URL. I will also paste this URL inside the description of the video. So it is www.balena.io/etcher. If you go here on this URL, it will redirect you to Balena Etcher's website. Okay, and this tool is available for almost every operating system: Windows, Linux, Mac, whatever you have. I have already downloaded and installed it on my Windows operating system, on my Windows system. So this is how it looks like. It is going to look exactly the same no matter on what kind of system you're using. The next thing is to put inside the flash card which you are going to write the operating system on for your Raspberry Pi. Okay, so I put the flash card inside my computer. It pops up the drive and it's asking you to format the drive, right? Since I already have an operating system named Raspbian on my Pi, so that's why it opened up the drive and asked me to format. Don't do that. If you already have an operating system on your card, just don't format using Windows tools. You may get into troubles. Okay, use this Balena Etcher, and Balena Etcher is going to do the formatting for you. Okay, now if we come to this website, this is the official website of Home Assistant, and it tells you a method which you can follow to install Home Assistant OS on your Raspberry Pi. And I do not recommend this method. Okay, there's a slight change which I recommend. If you, and what they say is that you copy this link if you have a Pi 4 and copy this particular link if you have a Pi 3 and paste it in this tab. Okay, but sometimes if you don't have stable internet, like usually we don't have here in my country, so if you lose the internet connectivity, this is going to create a trouble. You may end up corrupting your card as well. Okay, so follow a stable method, that is to paste the link here and hit enter. It would start downloading a file of around 255 MBs. I have already downloaded, so I'm not going to do that again. And then go to the location where you have this file available. Okay, this is that file. Simply extract it, and it is going to create another file of around 2.5 GBs, not MBs, GBs, gigabytes. Okay, let's wait for that. You can extract the file using any extracting tool. In my case, I'm using WinRAR, which is a good tool. Done. So come to Balena HR, click on flash from file, not from URL. Locate to the position where you have extracted the file. In my case, it's in the data drive. This is the file. I select the file, click the target. This is my SD card. Okay, be careful here. You may end up selecting your hard drive or your SSD. Don't do that. Okay, sometimes they're shown here in the hidden portion, sometimes they don't. So don't check them. Okay, it's gonna corrupt or overwrite everything running on your system. Okay, select only the SD card, select one, click the flash button. Okay, that's it. If this window pops up, say yes. It's going to first flash. Okay, if this kind of a thing opens up, simply hit cancel. And if it may ask you to format the card, simply ignore that, close it up. It's going to take 5 to 6 minutes. And during that, it is going to do 2 to 3 tasks. One is it's going to flash the operating system on an SD card. Flashing means installing. After that, it's going to verify the installation process, the flashing process. Okay. And once both are completed, it's going to pop you up that this process is completed. I hold the video till then and I come back when the process is completed. It seems like I do not have a pause option. Sorry about that. We may wait for it to get completed. In case something pops up, I can guide you. And during this time, I would request you to please subscribe my channel. I make Internet of Things related videos, AI related videos on it. Not pretty often, but I do make. There are pretty interesting entire series on Keras, on machine learning, and ton of things which you may like. And since I'm working on Home Assistant, I will be making a couple of videos on it and entire series on it. Now, once the installation would be completed, we need to put the SD card in our Pi and connect the Pi to the router using Ethernet cable. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate that in the next video, and connect that to your router, and you need to be on the same network to which your Pi is connected. And the remaining process would be not on Pi, but on a separate Windows or Mac or Linux system. Okay. So the reason is that in case like contrary to Home Assistant, if you, let's say, install Raspbian or some other software like that on your Pi, it's a full-fledged operating system, right? Which has a good desktop environment. You can simply use it at like a dedicated personal computer. But this is not the case with Home Assistant. In case of Home Assistant, it's a very nitty-gritty, tiny operating system which don't have much facilities. It's just going to show you a command line if you connect your Pi to a monitor using micro HDMI to full HDMI cable. Okay, and it would only allow you um, to access very limited set of commands, okay, which are not very useful. So the entire Home Assistant dashboard it accessible is accessible on a browser, which you can access using any other system, and that can be this system, that can be Mac system, or even your mobile phone. That is also possible. So I'm going to demonstrate that in the next video, and to watch that as well. And my plan is to create a series on Home Assistant in which I will be connecting ESP8266 with a Home Assistant running on Raspberry Pi, and then Raspberry Pi would be controlling the LEDs connected to ESP8266, and that would be placed. The connection would be wireless. So it's like that you are controlling the lights in your home. Let's say those lights are in your hall and you are sitting in your bedroom, you can able to control them. Okay, so that's done. Once the flashing process is done, it would pop you this thing. Don't format, don't do anything, simply cancel it up, and that's it. So everything is completed so far successfully. Okay, so meet you in the next video in which we would be connecting the Pi to the router. Simply unplug your SD card now. You're good to go.